Hi everyone, my name is Vaidehi Deshpande. This is my first vlog ever, and I'm super excited because today we're going to Prague. I also dragged my mom with me. We started our journey off at the American Express Centurion Lounge, which in the US is my favorite lounge to visit. We checked into the lounge and got ourselves a plate of food. I can honestly say that I've had much better meals at the lounge before, but this wasn't too bad. For dessert, we got the upside down apple cake, and oh my god, this was so delicious. I could not stop raving about it.
I love this. This is so good.
We spent around 2 hours in the lounge, after which we eventually headed to our gate and boarded our first flight. We had 2 legs to fly. Our first leg was from the US to Munich, and our second leg was from Munich to Prague, and both times we flew Lufthansa. After takeoff, we were served with snacks and a drink. I chose tomato juice, put on a movie, and settled in for the long flight ahead. It was at this point that I stopped filming because I pretty much fell asleep. They did serve us dinner and a light breakfast, which was pretty good in my opinion. A quick 8 hours later, we landed in Munich, where we had a 2-hour layover. I got really bored, and my mom took a much-needed nap. We eventually boarded our flight from Munich to Prague, and I fell right back asleep and woke up only when the landing announcement was made. I was very sleepy, but when I looked out the window, I got so excited. It was all white, and the view was so incredible. All I wanted to do at this point was just hurry up and land so I could get out and go explore. We gradually continued our descent, and as we got lower and lower, it got more and more snowy. After we landed, my mom and I grabbed our bags and took a cab straight from the airport to our hotel. Our hotel was so cute. Because it was Christmas time, they had decorated the entire lobby and even the elevator. While we were getting dressed, we ran into some hat troubles.
You could just take the hat off.
We finally made it outside, and because of our hat troubles, we were starving at this point, so we stopped by a restaurant to get something to eat. For the rest of the evening, we had a Ghosts and Legends walking tour planned, and on our way to the meeting point, we passed through the Old Town Square Christmas market, where we got a chance to hear a choir sing. We also saw the most beautiful Christmas tree. The market was so amazing, I did not want to leave. But we had the walking tour, so we headed to the meeting point and caught a glimpse of Prague Castle along the way.
Feel like a dragon.
We crossed the bridge, met up with our guide, and started the tour in the lesser town area of Prague. Our guide was wonderful. He was knowledgeable and funny. He took us through different areas of the city, telling us haunting stories about Prague's historical murders and monsters.
So we just finished up our Ghosts and Legends walking tour and we're walking back to the hotel. We stopped at this really cute shop and picked up a dessert called Trdelnik. It's what they call chimney cakes. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna eat this raw.
That chimney cake was heaven on earth. But we were still a little hungry and also very tired, so we decided to just get some pizza to go. Luckily, there was a restaurant right in front of our hotel that we could go to.
What are you looking at? And I'm back in the hotel. It was a long-ish half day. Tomorrow will mainly be focused on Old Town and seeing some of the popular sites. For now, good night, and I will see you tomorrow.
After a much-needed good night's rest, we started the next day off in Old Town Square. We had only seen it during the night before, so nothing could have prepared us for how beautiful it looked during the day. Our first stop was the famous astronomical clock. I found this clock so intriguing because it shows you pretty much everything. You can see the time and date, the positions of the sun, the moon, the earth, even zodiac constellations, and there's so much more to it. After that, we ended up changing our plans, and instead of staying in the Old Town area, we crossed over the bridge to go see Prague Castle. Now, I'm a person that hates stairs. Stairs are my nemesis. And to get to Prague Castle, there were an infinite amount of stairs. My mom was also very mean, and she took this. The view from the top, though, made the climb absolutely worth it. After soaking in that gorgeous view, we moved on to the St. Vitus Cathedral. You can very clearly tell that Prague has done an excellent job at preserving its history and architecture.
I have to say Prague is absolutely gorgeous. It's definitely in the top 3 cities, or top 3 favorite cities in Europe for me. Like look at this. It's stunning. Well, I have said that Prague is beautiful multiple times, and this is only my second day here, so it's probably going to happen again and again. I think my favorite part about the city are the babies. I've seen so many infants and toddlers all bundled up in like these bulky sweaters, and because it's cold outside, and these adorable fuzzy hats, and they're all chubby. It has to be the absolute cutest thing I've ever seen. And now it started to rain, even though the weather app said it wasn't going to rain.
After a while, the rain finally turned into a drizzle, and we were able to start making our way to our next stop, the Strahov Library. It was supposed to be a short, 15-minute walk from Prague Castle to the library, but it took us a lot longer than that to get there.
These roads are reminding me a lot of Lisbon. Everything is just uphill like that. I don't know if you can see it. The roads are beautiful though. I don't think my phone is doing it much justice, but it's very colorful, very beautiful, and I think it's worth the walk.
To be honest, the uphill climb, it wasn't that bad. We were just very lazy. We also stopped every 5 minutes to take pictures. You can see why we stopped every 5 minutes. Here you can see the city, Petrine Hill in the background, the monastery, and the colors in the sky were so amazing. My mom also found this red fruit, and the comparison she made next, I have no idea what to say.
This is me 20 years ago, and this is me now.
Why?
All plump and round. Back then I had some shape, some nose. Now all I have is cheek.
You still look so cute though. We finally made it uphill. It took a lot longer than expected because we stopped every 5 minutes. But we finally picked up our tickets, and now we get to go see the library. Unfortunately, this ticket doesn't let you actually go in. You can only see it through a window. There is a tour that you can book, but you have to book it about like 2 or 3 months in advance if you actually want to go in and see it. But I love reading, so I'm still excited anyway. There's more stairs.
As soon as you enter the viewing area, the first thing that you'll see are displays upon displays of historical artifacts and relics. They also have pamphlets available, and you can choose one in a language of your choice to help you learn more about the displays and the library. This library is located inside the Strahov Monastery and is one of the most beautiful libraries in Europe. It has 2 halls. The first hall is called the Theological Hall and is dedicated to religious texts. The second hall is called the Philosophical Hall, and it houses tens of thousands of books on different sciences. Honestly, I think my new dream is to find a place like this to read. After the library, we stopped by a couple souvenir shops. All of them had rows and rows of these adorable little Russian dolls. We then stopped by a cafe because we were both in desperate need of some coffee. I also found out how much my mom loves jam.
My mom picked up a souvenir from there. Can you show them what you took? My mom and our new best friend, the bottle of jam, and I are now walking back into the Old Town area to go and see some of the Christmas markets.
Side note, my sister has this really annoying habit of flapping her arms like a chicken whenever she goes downhill. Here's proof. And since we were going downhill, this was too good of an opportunity to mock her that I couldn't pass up. Because it's what Mermaid does.
We're at Old Town Square for our first Christmas market of the evening.
We were here the night before, but because we had the walking tour planned, we didn't get a chance to fully explore the market. Our plan for the night was to just roam around and get whatever we liked. This turned out to be a lot harder than I expected because there were so many stalls, it was so hard to make a decision. I really wanted to try the hot wine, so that's what I got first.
It's actually really nice. It doesn't taste alcoholic.
Next, it was time for some food. My mom and I are both vegetarians. My initial assumption was that there wouldn't be a lot of choices for us, but I stood corrected. We had plenty of options. First up, we got these 4-cheese dumplings. They were all right. Personally, I wouldn't go for seconds on these, but I was still very thankful to have the opportunity to try them. And the people that were running the stand were very sweet and very helpful.
Next on our food list, we've picked up roasted hazelnuts. Or are they chestnuts?
Chestnuts.
Roasted chestnuts. Let's try it. It's just breaking into pieces. I don't know how to open it. Okay, wait, we're getting somewhere. Haha. It's surprisingly nice. It's actually it's
Sweet.
nutty, but it's very sweet. It's good. I like it.
We continued to roam the market until we found what was our final and favorite item of the night.
Next food item, we got flatbush. It is practically just fried dough, garlic, cheese, and ketchup.
This was so good. Definitely the best thing I had all night.
We're just leaving the Old Town Square Christmas market. We ended up having a lot to eat, and it's past 10 and the markets are closed, so we decided to go and see Wenceslas tomorrow. Anyway, we're just gonna go back to the hotel room, probably take a shower, sleep, and I will see you tomorrow.
And that's a wrap for part 1. The next part is going to have a couple of other really pretty sights, another Christmas market, and our flight back to the US, where we flew Lufthansa's business class. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. This is my first vlog, so I would really appreciate your feedback. Please feel free to add it to the comments below or DM me. My Instagram is linked in my channel. Once again, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.